In a historic moment that will resonate for generations, King Charles III has granted Catherine, Princess of Wales, the unique title of Monarch of Scotland, a choice that received strong approval from the Scottish Parliament. This remarkable action, revealed during a serious but joyous gathering in Edinburgh, signals a significant new era for the United Kingdom, reshaping the monarchy's involvement in Scotland. Those close to the royal family report a surge of feelings throughout the palace, with Catherine herself clearly emotional about the privilege and duty. What led to this pivotal choice? And in what ways has it won over the entire country? This account follows a princess taking on an unforeseen position, driven by the king's aim for togetherness and the public's warm acceptance of their new leader. Continue following as we explore this extraordinary path, and remember to voice your opinions on this landmark event. The reveal shocked many people, but it was greeted with widespread enthusiasm from Scots of all backgrounds, spanning the old streets of Edinburgh to the rugged Highlands. The information ignited discussions in taverns, residences, and local meeting places. Catherine, who has long been respected for her poise and commitment, has now been given a role steeped in hundreds of years of customs and demands. Yet, this goes beyond just a designation. It represents a profound bond between a member of the royalty and the country. The choice highlights King Charles's wish to fortify connections with Scotland during a period when solidarity is essential, and Catherine's path to this point involves discreet readiness, community work, and deep confidence. On a clear morning in Edinburgh, the Scottish Parliament assembled for what was promoted as an ordinary meeting. Almost no one foresaw the importance of what would unfold. King Charles, wearing a tartan kilt to show his strong connection to Scotland, spoke to the assembly an address that merged respect for the past with an optimistic outlook. "Scotland has always been very dear to me," he started, his tone firm yet affectionate. "Today I suggest forming a fresh alliance that celebrates our common heritage and creates a future of solidarity. I appoint Catherine, Princess of Wales, as Monarch of Scotland, to act as a symbol of stability and kindness," he said, and the chamber burst into applause, marking an unusual instance of full consensus in a varied political body. First Minister John Swinney, rising to reply, commended the choice as an act of faith in Scotland's role within the Union. The title, though largely symbolic, holds substantial influence, giving Catherine a formal part in Scottish matters, such as leading cultural gatherings and speaking for Scotland in Commonwealth issues. Observers of the royal family pointed out the deliberate planning of the announcement, with Catherine positioned next to Prince William, her face showing a blend of satisfaction and modesty. In private, reports indicate that she dedicated months to readying herself for this position, learning about Scottish history and connecting with local figures to grasp the nation's sentiments. This was not an impulsive decision. King Charles, famous for his careful handling of the monarchy, sought advice from consultants, members of parliament, and community groups to assess public opinion. The strong support shown in surveys, with 78% approval from Scottish people, highlighted the confidence Catherine has built through her long-term public work. Her link to Scotland, established during her university years at St. Andrews and strengthened by many visits, made her an obvious candidate. However, what is the true significance of this title, and what effect will it have on Scotland's future? Catherine's attachment to Scotland is more profound than many understand. It started in 2001 when she enrolled at the University of St. Andrews as a reserved art history student, where she soon encountered her future husband, Prince William. Those years in Fife were pivotal, not only for her personal experiences, but also for her grasp of Scottish traditions. She welcomed the harsh beauty of the coast, took part in local charity activities, and even grew to enjoy the oddities of Scottish weather. "Scotland shaped me," she said in an unusually open moment, recalling how those years taught her resilience and a sense of community. From that point on, Catherine has visited Scotland numerous times, with each trip solidifying her fondness for the country. Whether planting trees at Dumfries House or enthusiastically attending the Braemar Highland Gathering, she has demonstrated a sincere interest in Scottish customs. Her involvement in mental health programs, especially in rural regions, has connected with the Scottish population, who often feel neglected by the UK government in London. A moving incident occurred during her 2021 trip to Orkney, where she supported a young mother facing loneliness, an action that spread rapidly online for its sincerity. These events are not scripted. They illustrate Catherine's talent for forming personal connections, a characteristic that has won her affection from a nation renowned for its critical pride. Her position as Duchess of Rothesay, which she inherited after Queen Elizabeth II's passing, acted as a lead-in to this latest recognition. As Duchess, she promoted issues such as early childhood growth and environmental protection, frequently emphasizing Scotland's specific difficulties. Her skill in using Gaelic expressions and her regard for clan practices have firmly established her as someone who truly comprehends Scotland. When King Charles suggested the title of Monarch of Scotland, it was her history of accomplishments that quelled doubters. But it also prompted questions about the nature of this role and its integration into the contemporary royal system. The title of Monarch of Scotland combines formal dignity with tangible effects. In contrast to historical Scottish rulers like Robert the Bruce or Mary Queen of Scots, Catherine's position does not involve governing, but rather representing. She will function as a cultural envoy, advancing Scottish traditions internationally and promoting harmony within the country. Among her tasks are inaugurating the annual session of the Scottish Parliament, organizing official receptions at Holyrood Palace, and endorsing efforts that honor Scottish art, music, and creativity. This position also possesses considerable symbolic importance. King Charles, by designating Catherine as the Monarch of Scotland, is demonstrating his dedication to maintaining the United Kingdom, especially amid ongoing debates about Scottish independence. This designation honors Scotland's unique character within the UK and recognizes its past as an independent kingdom prior to the 1707 Act of Union. Nevertheless, it involves a careful effort to achieve equilibrium. Certain nationalists interpret this action as a calculated attempt to enhance the monarchy's reputation, whereas others regard it as a sincere gesture of goodwill. Historian Alan MacDonald called it a brilliant maneuver. Catherine's broad appeal extends beyond political boundaries, establishing her as a figure that unites people in a polarized environment. It is anticipated that Catherine's method in this position will resemble her parenting approach, being considerate, approachable, and practical. Catherine has already indicated her intentions to prioritize empowering young people, leveraging her involvement with the Royal Foundation. According to insiders, she is enthusiastic about elevating Scotland's influence in international conversations, especially on climate change, due to the country's forefront role in renewable energy. However, more than policies, it is her personal warmth, such as minor actions like recalling names or sharing humor, that will shape her time in office. The main issue now is how she will handle the obstacles of this important position. The news triggered a wave of approval that astonished even veteran royal experts. In Glasgow, groups assembled outside George Square to commemorate the event, waving Scottish flags and recounting experiences from Catherine's visits. Online platforms were active with tags such as #Monarch of Scotland and #Catherine Crowned, where people lauded her kindness and sincerity. A teacher from Dundee posted on social media, "She's one of us," remembering Catherine's humble attitude during a school gathering. Surveys from YouGov revealed that 82% of Scots had a positive response to her selection, a popularity level comparable to that of Queen Elizabeth II in her final years. This excitement was not restricted to cities. In rural Highland areas, tribal leaders released endorsements emphasizing Catherine's appreciation for their cultural practices. Even critics of the monarchy eased their opposition, with a notable advocate conceding, "If a monarch is unavoidable, she is the most suitable option." The Scottish National Party, which often opposes the monarchy, adopted a more accommodating stance, as a representative described the decision as a considerate action. This extensive support illustrates Catherine's talent for connecting disparate groups, a skill she has developed over years of managing public attention out of the spotlight. Underneath the public celebrations, there exists a profound tale of confidence. The Scottish population has always cherished genuineness, and Catherine's background, devoid of controversy and defined by modest commitment, has secured her an exceptional degree of admiration. Her handling of the 2024 cancer diagnosis with dignity and openness further increased public compassion. A shop owner in Aberdeen remarked, "She's proven she's human, and that resonates here." As Catherine enters this position, she holds not only a formal title, but also the expectations of a country pursuing cohesion. King Charles III's choice to appoint Catherine, Princess of Wales, as the monarch of Scotland marks a pivotal event in his rule, demonstrating his ambitious plan to update the monarchy and enhance the unity of the United Kingdom. He is widely recognized for his strong bond with Scotland, which was built through spending summers at Balmoral, supporting Scottish charitable organizations, and maintaining a lifelong admiration for its cultural heritage. Charles has always regarded Scotland as an essential foundation of the United Kingdom. His declaration in the Scottish Parliament, given while wearing a tartan kilt and speaking with a tone that combined respect and determination, was more than just a symbolic act. It represented a deliberate effort to acknowledge Scotland's unique character while solidifying its role within the United Kingdom. "Scotland is an exceptionally important place," he stated in a 2024 speech, a view that forms the basis for this significant decision. This choice illustrates Charles's faith in Catherine, whom he considers a contemporary and approachable individual able to connect different generations and political groups. In contrast to earlier monarchs who concentrated authority, Charles is assigning major duties to his daughter-in-law, reflecting his innovative mindset. Sources close to the matter indicate that he devoted years to preparing Catherine for a more substantial position. Inspired by her grace in public appearances and her talent for engaging with people from diverse backgrounds. A palace insider noted that he views her as the future not only for the monarchy but also for the Union as a whole. Their joint experiences, such as private discussions at Dumfries House or shared participation in environmental initiatives, highlight a relationship based on mutual admiration and common beliefs. In the parliamentary gathering, Charles's look at Catherine, brimming with paternal pride, emphasized his trust in her capacity to take. By supporting Catherine, he is establishing the foundation for an era where the monarchy is viewed as an ally in advancement, rather than an outdated institution. The real challenge awaits as Catherine handles this entirely new position, yet Charles's confidence in her remains firm. His rule, frequently overlooked, is demonstrating itself to be a period of subtle transformation, and this instance could become its most significant achievement. Assuming the position of monarch of Scotland represents a tremendous responsibility, positioning Catherine, Princess of Wales, at the center of a multifaceted and evolving environment. The obstacles she encounters are as diverse as Scotland's uneven landscape, ranging from managing political divisions to fulfilling historical demands. The ongoing discussion about Scottish independence, a steady theme in national conversations, presents a major barrier. Although Catherine's selection has generally been accepted positively, certain nationalists perceive it as a deliberate effort to strengthen the Union, which might distance those who value autonomy above all. It is a shrewd action, but it will not eliminate the issue of self-governance, A columnist for the Herald expressed this doubt from a vocal minority in their writing. Catherine needs to proceed with caution, making sure her decisions promote unity instead of division in a country where 45% supported independence in 2014. Drawing historical parallels introduces an additional level of intricacy. The title of Monarch of Scotland recalls the dramatic rule of Mary, Queen of Scots, whose existence was filled with plots, banishment, and misfortune. Although Catherine's duties are symbolic, each choice, from the tartan she selects to the Gaelic words she uses, will be closely examined for its deeper significance. Any error might be exaggerated by a media thirsty for royal intrigue, especially in an era where social media magnifies every action. For example, an ill-timed remark about Scottish identity could trigger arguments regarding her authority, particularly among those who see the monarchy as an English dominance. However, these difficulties are balanced by remarkable possibilities. At 43 years old, and with her contemporary perspective, Catherine is poised to reshape the role for younger generations. In contrast to her forebears, she offers a approachable kindness developed through extensive public involvement. Her emphasis on mental health, a critical concern in Scotland, where 1 in 4 adults experiences anxiety following the pandemic, has the potential to connect profoundly. Through promoting programs like her Shaping Us initiative, she can tackle issues such as rural loneliness and city inequalities, encouraging a feeling of common goals. Her commitment to environmental causes, which aligns with Scotland's bold targets for net zero emissions, provides another way to build connections, possibly via prominent efforts like restoring the Highlands. Catherine's interpersonal style, including her skill in recalling names, exchanging humor, or providing a comforting look, will serve as her primary strength. These minor interactions, clearly seen during her trips to locations like Dundee and Orkney, have the power to mend rifts in a nation skeptical of extravagance. Her family holds a key part in this, as Prince William, in his role as Duke of Rothesay, intends to accompany her on shared events, highlighting Scotland's role in the UK. Their kids, especially Princess Charlotte, who has started enjoying Highland dancing, are being fully engaged with Scottish traditions, which helps make the royal family seem more relatable and family-oriented. Catherine doesn't merely hold the title, she embodies it fully, as a royal expert pointed out, emphasizing her genuine approach. The international arena presents additional opportunities. In her position as Scotland's monarch, Catherine has the chance to promote the country's cultural products, such as its music, literature, and innovative ideas, through platforms like the Commonwealth. Her attendance at gatherings like the Edinburgh Festival might boost Scotland's influence, attracting more visitors and business investments. However, her success depends on her willingness to listen and connecting with a wide range of people, from Glasgow's working-class neighborhoods to Gaelic speakers in the Outer Hebrides, will be essential for building long-term trust. If she handles these obstacles with the same poise she has demonstrated so far, Catherine could turn the position into a symbol of togetherness, showing that a contemporary monarch can motivate people even during difficult periods. As Catherine, Princess of Wales, assumes this significant role as monarch of Scotland, the global community is observing with great interest. This role goes beyond just a formal honor. It represents a commitment to support, bring people together, and motivate a country known for its strong identity. Her initial public action, which involved planting a native oak tree at Glasgow's Botanic Gardens, was a tribute to Scotland's focus on environmental issues, representing development and strength. The audience, wrapped up against the cold autumn weather, applauded as she delivered a short speech, her words conveying a friendliness that pierced the cool atmosphere. "This tree, much like Scotland, will remain strong for many years to come," she said. Instances like this, which are spontaneous but deeply moving, explain why she has been accepted so warmly. This work demonstrates a progressive mindset, presenting her as an active collaborator in Scotland's development, instead of a remote symbol. Her family continues to be her primary source of support, and Prince William, who now holds the title of Duke of Rothesay, will accompany her during significant events. Their relationship acts as a nod to their common Scottish background from St. Andrews, while their kids, George, Charlotte, and Louis, are being introduced to Scottish traditions, including Highland games and storytelling at Holyrood. Charlotte's emerging enthusiasm for Highland dancing has already captivated royal observers, indicating that the upcoming generation has a bond with this country. This emphasis on family makes the monarchy more approachable, portraying it as a dynamic and essential component of Scotland's society. Her personal journey has merged with Scotland's narrative, creating a blend of traditional and modern elements woven seamlessly together.